Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. So today is going to be another bit of a discussion video, so you guys can leave your comments in the comment section below, of course. We can talk a little bit about this. So on Twitter, I put this a couple weeks ago. Would you support if Minecraft or Mojang made it so accounts that haven't been logged into for 1 or 2 years would have their IGNs accessible for players to change their IGN to? This ended up getting 812 votes, with 74% of the people saying yes and 26% of the people saying no. So obviously, I think for the most part, the community would kind of agree with this, and they would like to make it so that players that haven't logged into their account for the last 2 years would have their IGNs changed to. So for example, if someone had the IGN like a race car or something, and everybody wants that IGN, right? And it hasn't been logged into or used by the person for the last 3 years. And they haven't done anything under the account, they haven't logged into Minecraft, Mojang, or even the launcher, then their account name would be available for players to change their name to. And I think what would happen at this point, just kind of like on the Mojang end or whatever, is that their IGN would either be changed to like their UUID, or it'll be put into a limbo mode where they can't log into their account until they make a new IGN for the account. I think that this would be very good, I think, honestly, just so that people can have their IGNs. I think Osu has a very similar thing to this. I was told by Jay Turtle, my friend, he's been in a couple of my videos, that Osu has a process where every 6 months, if you don't log into your account, your name will be available. So that's a lot less of a time than 1 or 2 years, of course, which I think that it should be something like 1 or 2 years, honestly. A couple of people were saying like 3 or 4, and I think that was a little too much. I think all you have to do is literally just like open your launcher and then log into the account, and that's all you have to do, and then your account name is fine for the next 6 months. So I think that that's not a big deal and not something that's like really time consuming or anything. That's literally going to take probably 5 minutes out of your day to do that every 6 months. That's honestly like no time at all. Even if it was the 6 months, is what I was saying. But like 1 or 2 years, I think is pretty good. I think probably 1 year personally would be perfectly fine, but 2 years is a good, I think compromise for a lot of people. So a lot of people were kind of going on with this and saying like, no, they paid for that name, they shouldn't have their account name taken from them. Which I kind of disagree in a sense. Yes, they shouldn't have their like account taken from them. I think that's a little far, which is why I was saying like they have their account like put in limbo, which I don't think these people were saying like their account's taken. But I don't think they personally I don't think they specifically paid for the name itself on the account. I think they paid for access to the game itself, not really specifically the name, because the name doesn't really do anything. It's not anything specific on Mojang's end. It's just like whatever, your name just doesn't do anything for them. So I don't think that makes any sense. You paid access to the game, not access to your name. I think that's why we can change our names and stuff like that. So it's kind of dumb to me how people are saying that, they paid for the name. No, they didn't pay for the name, they paid for the game. But that's just something that I personally kind of think. You guys can feel free to disagree with that. And then some people were saying that it's not fair. People, grow up with this game, they leave it for 5 years or for a year or so, and they want to come back and their name's gone, and they'll feel bad about that. Yeah, but like at the same time, there's other people in the game who also want your name, who also want access to it. This doesn't really, it doesn't affect you playing the game, that you still are able to play the game. It's just players that are sitting around for 2 years and they want their first name, like their OG name, someone wants like Alexis or something as their IGN, and the person hasn't logged into the account for 2 years, it's just like, why can't I just change my name to this? No one's using the account. Or in the case, one of my friends, Cooper, CS Coop, he had his, I can't remember the exact situation, but he had the IGN Cooper, and then the account got locked. I think it got like nabbed by someone else or something. They like took the IGN and like locked the account. And so he couldn't get the account name Cooper, but it was like, I think it was like literally his IGN. I can't remember the exact situation, but he had the IGN, and someone else like took it, and then the account got locked. And so no one's going to be able to have the account Cooper ever again because the account's locked and the name is like tied to that account. So no one will ever be able to have that IGN again, which really sucks because, you know, the account's locked. It's not going to do anything. So why isn't the IGN available for other people to change their name to? So that's something else that's kind of dumb. Something else that's kind of a good point about this is that they did something similar to this originally with the name changes, where players could sign up for the game, but they didn't have to pay for it. So they would just, I think they would get like some sort of like free version or like a 24-hour, I can't remember exactly what it was, but they wouldn't have a paid account, so they couldn't really log in and play like the full game. So then Mojang made it so that players that had like the IGN, like, you know, like people had like at Fly or something, but they had no paid account, so it was literally just they had access to nothing, but they had the name, and so they just had to like pay the $30 whatever, then they got the name. But Mojang made it so that it was a huge like free, like they just freed all of those names. You could change your name to IGNs that players had because they didn't pay for the game. So that's something, I think it would be kind of similar to that. Like, they aren't playing the game anymore, so, you know, all you have to do is honestly log into your game once a year, and you'll be able to keep your IGN. I don't think that's really that hard. I think that Mojang could honestly do this, and I think that with 812 votes, just about 75% of people agreeing with me, I think that's a kind of fair amount to at least take this a little bit into consideration. So they can decide, of course, because, you know, they're Mojang. They can decide, you know, in the end what is best for their company and stuff like that. I don't think that they'll actually come through with this in the end. I think that they'll probably just leave it how it is. But I think it would be kind of cool to see something like this change in the community. Also, on a separate kind of note, Twitter does not have something similar to this, and I think Twitter should definitely have something like this, because there's been accounts that have been logged or that have been signed up since like 2007, and their IGNs, or I guess their Twitter handles, are not acceptable. Like, you can't switch it because they're taken, which really sucks, because I've had an underscore in my name since I've had my account, and I think I created my account in 2013, and the guy that has my like OG handle has been probably around Twitter for like 8 years or something like that, and I can't change my Twitter handle to it because he already has it, and he hasn't tweeted on the account, or I'm pretty sure there's no tweets on the account, and it was registered in like 2011 or something like that, and I can't change it to it, which is really frustrating, just because somebody might have just like accidentally typed a wrong character, made a wrong account, and then just like used a different email and made a different account or something like that. Or maybe they just made it for one day and then used it for something and then like logged out. And I can't use that, you know, even though that I've been using Twitter for the last 5 years and I still don't have, you know, access to that, which really sucks. So that's just another side note. It's not really related to this specifically, but it's kind of a similar situation. I think that some people might be able to relate more to that. Obviously, there are more people on Twitter than there are in Minecraft, so that's something that's something that you can look at. But yeah. Alright, anyways, thank you guys for watching this little video. You can, of course, like leave all your suggestions in the comment section below. I think I did a pretty decent job at least explaining this topic. So yeah, if you have any questions, of course, let me know in the comment section below. And thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, if this video gets enough attention, we can actually do something about it. But I honestly doubt that anything will happen. So yeah. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. And I'll see you guys next week.